So I'm going to be talking about STEM today. And what is STEM? STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. STEM is more of a hands-on and real-world applications. That is basically the hammered part of STEM. It is that you're incorporating stuff from the real world and you're putting it into the classroom and having students work through stuff in the real world. And there are job-specific fields for STEM, of course. So once you graduate from a STEM school, you would go to maybe a STEM job, which there are positions for those that I have researched. And two issues and two current trends with STEM. One issue is teacher quality and quantity. So there is a big problem with quality when it comes to STEM because in a survey, there were 28% of teachers out there that they majored in a certain field, and when they graduated and started teaching, they were not teaching that field, which is very problematic because when you think of a teacher, you think they know everything about that subject, that they spent many hours researching and absorbing knowledge on that field of research. And quantity, there are not that many STEM teachers, which is kind of alarming because it seems to be a great program. And gap of technology. If we were to expand STEM, it would be very problematic because there are many people out there, many educators out there that lack technology and they don't like to use it in the classroom just because of lack of knowledge and maybe a little bit of stubbornness and not wanting to use it. And some real life applications are some trends with STEM right now, and also increased performance in math and science fields because of um, it in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are hammered so much because they have shown to be very people struggle with them in our education program today. And I agree with both of these issues: quantity and quality, and the gaps in technology. I believe both of these are issues because I have seen them in education today. There are a few teachers that I've noticed that they seem to know a little bit more about something, a different field than they do with the one they are teaching at the moment. And also that I have been with a few teachers that have been a little bit stubborn with technology and not known how to use it that well. And two strategies for incorporating this into a classroom, of course, would be real life problems. Bringing real life problems is just something from real life and having the students work on it in the classroom, which I feel like is the best way to have a student learn because they can sit there and they can learn something like slope. They can uh, learn slope on a graph and they just see a line, but if you incorporate that into, and this goes in the next point of connecting every lesson to something outside of class, they see that line on a graph, but they can't connect that outside of class. So maybe they're trying to see the slope of a hill, of course, a linear hill, because if not, you wouldn't be learning the slope. And just trying to connect everything that they're learning in class to something out of class. So when you get that question, how does this relate to class, you actually have an answer. And three apps that I found really quick: Bedtime Math, and it's supposed to be Brain Pop, but for some reason it wants to autocorrect me whenever I try to put Brain Pop in, so it says Brian Pop. And Word Problems, Learn and Practice. Both of these programs have the same basic idea of integrating real life problems into their program so that students can figure out these problems and solve them. And I have had experience with Brain Pop before, and I liked it. But this was in like middle school. And how STEM impacts me, I am for sure going to be using real world problems because I know I always was frustrated when I was in class and I'd just see a bunch of variables and numbers and I wouldn't know how to use them in real world. So I just feel like that sense of giving them the students like knowledge that they know they're going to use this. And I honestly believe from what I know right now that STEM could trump the education we have right now because it lacks the ability to incorporate it into the real world. And I just feel like having that knowledge and applying it out of just the classroom is amazing. And that's what I found out about STEM. Thank you.